Hi, I'm Charlotte, and welcome to Married, Single, Divorced. I'm here with my besties.
Hi, I'm Larissa, and I'm married. And I'm Fern, happily divorced.
And by elimination, that makes me your single girl. We're bringing the group chat online and showing you behind the scenes of our very different lives.
We're confessing intimate thoughts, making jokes at our own expense, and proving life isn't all glossy Instagram feeds. Our goal? To show the messy, funny, unfiltered side of marriage, motherhood, dating, and everything in between. Coming up this week, women supporting women. Do we do it? Is that like what we think most people are like, or do we just like the idea?
I hope Fern injures herself and can't lift up 7.
Yeah, but in a lot of cases, like we're pitched against each other. Like, do you feel like female bosses do support women more, or do you think
so
they expect more from you? I'm just gonna call out women if they're unkind and a bitch. And welcome back. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
I was going to say good evening, but it might not be good evening when you're listening. Could be good morning, good day, good afternoon.
That's true. So, what have we all been up to, Charlotte?
I feel very on the spot there.
Sorry. I was like,
Well, as we recorded last week, I said I was cooking dinner for you guys and one of our other friends. So that's my weekly update, really. Cooked dinner for you guys. It was lovely.
It was lovely.
Fish curry, which every time I told people at work I was doing a fish curry, they were like, rogue.
No.
But no,
it was
it's
so
nice.
delicious.
Yeah, I like a fish curry. And it's one of those that
I would never make. I rarely cook with fish. I've mastered salmon now, but other than that, like, it scares me a bit.
So I just made the base of the curry, which was so simple, and then I just put it in the pan with the piece of white fish, and I did a few prawns as well. Nice.
Good.
Yeah, so other than that, I can't even think what I've been up to. I feel like it's just been a week of surviving. That's normally Larissa's story, but I'm just exhausted.
How's your assignment?
I've not made as much progress as I would have liked this week. Just been exhausted. I think I had to have a nap.
Is this Mercury screwing us?
Is this Mercury in retrograde? I don't know if that's still happening.
We're blaming Mercury for a long time.
It is for me, and I'm blaming it on the weather. That storm on Wednesday.
What was that?
I was so cold, I just had to get back in bed. I was like, no.
The week before the Wednesday was the hottest day of the year so far. It was that like record breaking,
It
like
was so nice.
beautiful. And then literally Wednesday to Wednesday was then like hail.
We're just all being
snow.
screwed from every angle right now.
What have you been up to, Larissa?
My life has been an absolute shit show.
Oh no.
Every angle. You know when you just think, thinking back to calm or chaos. I just want the fucking calm. Like, it's been one of those where, so Monday this week, we had a catch up with the builder.
Oh yeah.
Because he'd gone MIA since last Wednesday.
Oh.
We'd WhatsApped him, called him, didn't
And
answer
Mike
his phone.
had been on the Friday and he wasn't
Mike
there.
had been on the Friday. We had WhatsApp messages. You know when you can see they've not been
not been read.
delivered or read.
just one.
So we were like, I was like, something really bad's happened.
He's got a new phone. He's ditched us.
Well, I didn't think he'd walked off site. I just was genuinely worried for him. I thought, like, this is so odd. So Monday was one of those, you know, when you start the day and you're like, I just need to get stuff done. I need to tick things off too. So I had sorting out the builder, of which he's like, no, of course you're not going to be in May. Like, maybe June, which is like, I took that to Mike as like,
I
that's
feel
going
like
to be July, August. Like,
I'm getting the picture of
It's
this
April
this
next
builder
week.
now.
So
I know.
April, May, June. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, if
So-
he's saying maybe June, I've
said
not got
this to
much
Mike.
hope, if I'm being honest.
Everyone's like Team September. I was like, guys, just at this point, I'm like, if we get in, we're doing well. And then I was like, I'm going to tick off a life job of cleaning the car, which I don't have the means to clean the car. So I went and drove to the usual place I'd get the car cleaned, then had an argument with the man.
Oh, was he one of those where he's like, well, do you want it actually clean because it's going to be more?
Yeah. Every time I go, they're like,
Yeah.
yours is dirty, very dirty. And I'm just like,
That's what he said to me.
I mean,
but
who
after
comes with a clean car?
yeah, it was the banging out the mats and just hundreds of confetti like breadsticks everywhere, and I was like, and the raisins just over like the forecourt of the place. I was like, well, then he refused to, like, he was like, no more money. And I was like, no. And I genuinely didn't have more money on me. So I was like,
Yeah, cash is not something that we carry that much,
no.
is it?
And I was like, oh God. And I'd literally gone to the cash machine to get the correct amount. So I'd had a bit of an argy-bargy. So instead of feeling like, yes, I've ticked a job off, I came back and I was like, oh, I'm a bit shaky. You know, like, you just feel like, oh God. I was like, I had to be that big person. And I was like, no, I'm not paying more. But then I was like, I'm not that person. So then I sat in the car on the way home. I was like, do I go back? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, awful. And then...
But you have a clean car.
Oh, yeah, it was so shiny. And then obviously we had the storm and all the like salt and whatever else has come off the road. And then it's just been like a bit of a life implosion of stuff that I can't talk about on the pod. I don't want to be that person, but there was just a lot of stuff. There was like emotional stuff and like
It's draining sometimes.
Yeah.
oh, I just feel like I just want to be like, fuck off. Like, genuinely, like, my default reaction is just want to be like, you can go fuck yourselves, everyone.
I'm with you this week. I'm a bit like I could lie in a dark room for like 24 hours and just...
I've raisined myself. I've cried every night. I've put the kids...
Raisined.
That's like, oh. Yeah, because you raisin
Charlotte's a raisin,
Yeah.
I basically have been on my own. Mike was in London. I've been on my own with the kids. And actually, the blessing has been the kids have just been so cute. Like, I'm so lucky I have them. Like, it's just the best. But sometimes you want an adult conversation and you want a break, of which I haven't had. They've been up at all night and then up at like 5:30. It's just been very long days. And then I've got to the evening and then you decompress and I'm on my own.
Yeah.
Spiral.
Spiral. Then I'm like, oh, I'm crying again. Kills the breeze. It's there, like, oh, Jesus. It's been so bad.
Oh, Larissa.
Yeah, I know. And every time I've talked to either of you about it, I'm like, oh, she's crying again. It's just been...
Yeah, I feel like we've even
show.
caught up a lot this week, actually. There's been a lot of back and forth, which doesn't always happen. But we must have had a lot to say.
Yeah.
No, mine's just...
Fern, how's your week been?
Yeah.
Oh,
fine.
she's just cruising. She's
Mine's different. Like, so we're coming up for one of the school holidays. So the girls, we've finished today for 2 weeks.
They're early.
Yeah, I think.
Or not early. So they're so...
Yeah, I don't know. I think Easter's one of those things where they get 2 weeks and it's basically split over 3 depending on what areas you're in. But I'm just like, woo. I don't know. I'm feeling fine. Feeling good. Ugh. I'm here for you. I can be the strong one. Yeah.
Fern's been that person this week.
I went for a meal with...
Oh, nice.
It was 8 of us. So it was a big one. So it was my mum and dad, my brother, 2 girls, and then my 2 grandparents. So it's my mum's mum,
Bless.
who was 90 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
And my granddad, on my dad's side, that 84 he was on that Saturday we went out.
Oh,
Wow.
so cute.
Oh, I mean, talk about like just, you know, when you just look at people and you're like, right, I'm gonna keep working at the gym. Like, to be fair, my grandma at 90, like she got herself...
She's 90.
No, she got herself up them stairs. We parked, like it was a really tiny car park, so I let them all get out the car.
Where did you go? Can you give it a shout out?
It was the Eagle and Child in Ramsbottom.
Oh, okay.
It's really close to my granddad's care home, so it was one of
Yeah.
those like, don't want to take him too far. But yeah, my grandma's got herself a walking stick now, and she's just like got up these stairs from the car park. Then I rang my mum, who was bringing my granddad. I was like, you've got to park at the front because otherwise there's steps, and he absolutely cannot manage them. You know, it was that sort of seeing the difference of a 90-year-old who's pretty active and doing well, and an 84-year-old that has not kept that lifestyle up. And I'm like, right.
Well, it surprised me.
I want to be you. No.
It surprised me when you said your grandma was 90 because I saw her at Christmas and she played a game with us.
Scrabble?
Yeah. Like, no, because I think, okay, my grandma's 93, 94, but she's not doing any of them things.
Yeah.
She's like, what? And she can't walk up the steps on her own. I mean, she gets up the stairs at home, but...
Oh, yeah. She was just like, no, I love my walking stick now. Like, you know, I think sometimes you don't want to take these things on. I don't know, I wasn't like, you know, older, but I think that can be the reservation. It's like, well, I don't want to become old by using it, but actually it's given her like more confidence to be able to walk more steadily and actually like go further. I think she's got a wheelchair that if she goes out for a walk, like her daughter will push it along
and she'll walk. And then when she needs
your
to,
mum?
no, like my auntie.
Oh, I was like, that's a weird way of describing your mum.
I do that about my uncle. I'm like, my mum's brother. And
Your
everyone's
uncle.
like, your uncle. I'm like, yeah, but no, my mum's brother.
Depends on what it is, because at that point they're out for a walk, so that's her daughter that's taking it.
I'm with you.
Not my auntie or my mum's sister.
Yeah.
Or,
So have you been slaying the gym post this then?
yeah, just like, come on, let's go, let's do it.
I've been doing more weights at the gym. You see results quick.
Yeah, I've been going in on the gym floor. Woo,
Yeah, go on.
doing them. I've got calluses. Look at these.
Oh, hardcore. She's hardcore.
gosh.
Have you got gloves?
Snaps.
No, I should get some, I think. Because I think, like, I
Maybe
can't, my grip to, like, do a dead hang.
It doesn't help though. I found like gloves
it
didn't
not?
know. And I remember ripping from doing
a gymnast.
No, it was horrific. It was like a PT session. He was like, "You can do it." I was like, "It's hurting, it's hurting, it's hurting," and then it came off, and I just awful.
I always
Makes
think
you feel
that when I dance with people sometimes and I can feel it on the hands, I'm like, oh, they must have like a manual job. And then someone's like, they just go to the gym. I was like, you see, I didn't even know that was a thing. I get one there from my ring, but I always just thought it was from the Aura ring.
No.
Mike's got another ick, Mike ick. He's got like a stick where he shaves them down because he gets like, it's like a gym thing. It's like a callus stick.
Maybe I
It
need to
looks
get in
like
touch
a
with
chap-
Mike now that I'm all calloused
Don't
up.
you just put towel? Isn't it where you put powder on? Isn't like when you
don't
used to
know.
do gymnastics?
But I mean,
Oh,
his are
yeah.
disgusting, and they're.
Yeah, but
He
he
must
shredded
lift
it.
very-
Did you
very
see
big
his
weights.
homoerotic?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, I'm like, yeah.
His homoerotic Instagram post of him just like half naked with his mate.
Oh, well, it was like before with their tops on, and then after both of them tops on. I was
Oh,
like,
that's not what I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about.
what are you talking about?
No, the night. Stop talking.
I need to know.
No, when you were like, this is Mike on the nanny cam. And you were like, that's not even him flexing. And we were like, I was.
You know, that's not something he posted. That was just
That was
private
space.
yeah, he posted on. Yeah,
I did see that. He did a High Rocks,
I
didn't
thought,
he?
all right.
So yeah, was that this week at High Rocks?
Wednesday, smashed his time by 5 minutes.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah, I know.
Well done. Well done, Mike. Shout out for Mike.
Yeah, that's not
Well
a good shit
done.
only. But yeah, yeah, calluses on your hands.
Yeah.
Gym things, gym life.
But there you go. What can I say? I'm moving. I'm keeping my body going.
Don't
I'm gonna
blame
stay
you.
strong.
Yeah, same.
I was watching just a clip from I think it was Diary of a CEO podcast.
Was it Instagram? Yeah.
I didn't read a book.
I've been doing this thing where someone's like, oh, you watched a video? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Surprise.
And it was this woman saying, like, basically to Stephen Bartlett, she was like, it's all well and good having all these big muscles up here. She was like, but if you don't train the ones down here, she was like, you won't be able to hold your body up when you're 90. Like, it's so much more important. She went, belly button down is where you really want to be, like, training those muscles to be able to just, like, stand up straight when you're 80, to be able to, like, walk up a set of stairs, to be able to do these things. Like, you've got to belly button down.
God.
So there you go.
Nice.
Bit of advice for you.
I've just been doing hot cross bun in.
Belly button up.
It's working on this.
I'm working on the belly button bit.
Oh,
I'll
dear.
take your advice.
That's still not had a hot cross bun. No.
I've had many. Many flavours as well. And I know people are against that, but
Yeah, I'm a
cheese,
purist.
chocolate.
Oh, I'm jealous. But apparently we didn't say that word.
So, we got a lovely message this week.
It's so cute. I sent it out to a few people. I was like, look, it was the best.
So shall I read the message?
Yeah, read the
Okay,
message.
So,
So this is coming from
Ladies.
one of the
From a
listeners.
listener.
Yeah.
oh, sorry. Give me a second in my book here. Not actually been to Malta.
Represent.
So, ladies, started listening to your podcast last week and just finished my 3rd episode. Absolutely love it. Really appreciate the transparency, uncontrollable laughter, and most of all, the kind of friendship you have. I used to live in London, and listening to you really brings back the best memories. Just sitting at home, chatting with your best mates, knowing you can tell them anything. Having each other's backs, getting annoyed with people or situations for each other, but also fully aware that they'll call you out on your bullshit if needed. Then next minute, pissing yourself over something completely random. She knows us.
It made me think, I'm like, what did we talk about in the first 3 episodes? And I was like,
Well, does she necessarily have to have started at the first 3?
oh yeah, maybe not.
Could just, you could just scroll through and be like, oh, that sounds like a good title. Or
Yeah, true that.
and then ended with Never Stop Being You from Joe. Our new fan in Sweden.
Sweden, yeah.
I loved it. I then basically replied and just said, oh my God, this like made all of our days, because we'd all text him like, oh my God, have you seen the message?
best.
Yeah.
And she just then replied, said, well, I truly believe if you have something nice to say it out loud. If not, then shut up. Unless they ask for your opinion, and then that's the green light to to say something. But it's brought me around to thinking, she didn't have to send that message. There was something in her
That made us send
that
it.
just went, I'm just going to do something nice. Like,
Would you do that? Do you do that ever?
I don't think I do. And it's not like
I do it all the time. I'm forever making friends on Instagram being like, love this, I think that's amazing, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, and it's not something I do because I don't want to, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is where like we're coming into like, women just supporting women. She's just, I don't know how she found our podcast, hope from our viral
That's got
Video.
1.7 million views now, that video. 1.7 million people have just
let
watched
that
us
sink in,
drop
everyone.
Larissa.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe that's where she's come from, who's found it.
Anyway.
And yeah, she's then gone and found the podcast and she's listened to it and she thought, I like this so much and it's made me feel great that I just want to let you know.
And we all fucking loved it.
Yeah, we did. It made
so
our day.
good.
It
Like-
was the best.
What was my question here? So women supporting women, do we do it? Is that like what we think most people are like, or do we just like the idea? And maybe I'll call myself out there when you've just said, well, do you do that? I've loved that so much. And I'm like, I don't. I do it in person more, I think, but not on like social media.
I don't know if it's come from having to manage people that positive reinforcement is the best way. I've found. It's like, and I'll be like, that was amazing. Great job.
Yeah.
Like, I do it all the time at work. I'm like, smash that. Slay.
But do you specifically do it with women? Or is
I
it?
do it with everyone. Probably online more. I do it with women. Yeah, I'm so guilty. Well, I'm always like, oh my God, that's amazing. Love that. I think you're doing a great job. Like,
I think for me, the fear comes with almost seeming like weird for doing it. Like, have I like stumbled upon someone's putting it out there, we're putting it out there, and we
Yeah.
get this message and we're like, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much. But I feel like if I sent that to someone, they'd be like, why is she looking? And I
Yeah.
don't know where that's come from.
Yeah.
Is that like a past insecurity that I've had where something's happened online and I've probably been like, ooh.
I think that's a bit like when social media first started. It was almost like, oh, you can't say you've seen it.
Yeah.
Everyone's put this thing out there, but it's not cool to have seen it almost. Whereas I'm very much like, oh yeah, I saw that. You put it on Instagram, and people will be like, what? I'm like, well, that is why you put it on Instagram, isn't it?
Well, I remember when like Facebook was first a thing. Do you not remember? There was like something you could go on, and it would tell you who'd viewed your profile. Now apps like that exist now. Like there's loads, but at the time
Are
it was
there?
like this. Oh, TikTok, literally.
Oh.
Who's viewed your profile?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I remember at the time, and it was almost this thing of like, she's been looking, she's stalking me. It's that
Yeah.
Facebook stalker, that kind of vibe.
You'll
And-
know
and-
if I'm stalking you because I'll have liked your picture from 7 years ago by mistake. So you're welcome, hon.
tick tick tick. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I do it on social media. I've done it on Instagram. Weirdly, I do it in person, and then people are like, "Oh, thanks." And when it doesn't hit, I'm like, "Oh, this is so
awkward,
awkward. This
isn't
is
it?
so
Yeah.
awkward." I said to someone the other day, "Oh, you've had your haircut. It looks so nice." And she was like, "Oh, yeah." She said, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, God!" Like,
I mean, that's even just a compliment, but I'm just trying to think. I remember when I had my own business, people weren't always very supportive. They could be a bit like,
But was that an element of competition?
Maybe.
Like if you were, was it when you were doing like the makers market?
yeah, and online and this, that, and the other. I was always of the opinion there's room for all of us. You know, we're not all going to be the next like Jeff Bezos, or like we're not all going to be the millionaires. What I want from this business is to enjoy my life, enjoy the job I do, and have enough money to be comfortable.
Yeah. And I don't need to steal your revenue to do that. Or
you know, I worked in like the pet space, and if there wasn't something I could offer, I would tell people like, oh, I know so and so 3 rows over, she can help you with that. Or I don't do this, but I know someone that does that. Tell them I've sent you over or something. It didn't bother me at all, but I don't think it always happened in the other direction.
Oh, well, it's like, I can't wait for you to like finish your course and for me to be like, oh, have you got a problem? Because someone at work was talking about...
You got a problem. You got a problem.
Not like that.
No, I just look at you like, you got a problem? I'm like, I know exactly what you're saying, but...
Someone at work was talking about how they've really like made some positive change in life, but like their weight's not been affected. And part of me wanted to be like, what are you having for breakfast? What supplements are you taking? Do you want me to give you my friend's number? Who could, you know, and it's that where you like, I want to like pass these things on. And is that just because I'm so close to you, or... No, I don't know. The other day, someone was talking about their kid. I was like, I know the hairdresser for you. Like, she's great because she's cut my girl's hair. I don't know. It's always that passing.
I was asking my sister about this the other day. I think I
you always
I feel like I'm always running the ideas past. I go for a coffee on a Wednesday with my sister, my mum, and my friend Weens. We call it like Wednesday Club. And I think we're all like a very supportive for like Weens has her own business, and I'm always like, right, what's going on? Like, oh, that's amazing, you've done this and that and the other and blah blah blah. And I just said to my sister, what's your opinion on women supporting women? Because I always say in a situation, I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous of that, which I think a lot of people think is negative sometimes. Whereas my sister was like, no, she says about me, I'm competitive in a way that it drives me.
I would say that for myself as well.
There's never a moment of like, oh, well,
I want you to fail.
Yeah, it's even like the other week when I was like, what are you lifting then? What are you lifting for your biceps? And you're like 7 kg. And I was like, fuck, I'm only doing 6.
Next
so
day,
I'm
she's
like,
like,
I'm doing 7. It's not like I'm like, oh, I hope Fern injures herself and can't lift up 7.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, if you can do it, then like, so can
it's
I.
Like, use it as inspiration. That's what I always think. I'm like, if you've got what I want, I'm like, oh, well, if they can do it, I find it more like, yeah, there can be jealousy where you think,
maybe we should I should change the phrase to be like, oh, that's really inspired me.
Yeah.
And to be like, oh, I'm jealous. Like, oh, you're going on holiday. Because
you mean it in that way.
Yeah, like when you were like, I'm going away. I've booked a holiday. And I was like, oh, I'm so jealous. And then I was like, I'm not jealous. Like, I'm excited for you.
No, but you can be jealous. But it doesn't necessarily mean...
that you want my flights to be cancelled. And
oh, no. Like, I want you to have the most amazing holiday.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it is. I mean, like, I don't think jealousy has to be a nasty thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be. It can be a nasty thing, I think. And that's...
yeah.
So that was one of my questions. What about when someone else gets what you want?
Like what?
Well, it made me think back to when we talked about Larissa wanting a baby, and a couple of our friends got pregnant first.
It wasn't the first, it was just the timing of someone getting something that you really want.
You want at that point.
But I would never have
wished ill of them.
Yeah. No, but it doesn't have to be that. It's just like,
I've said
I feel
it
like
as
in
well.
that moment, and it's not like I'm not like being horrible, but I think in that moment it's hard to be happy for them.
Yeah.
It is literally that thing of like, oh.
I said it about New Year. I was like, sometimes I just don't want to hang around with you and all your kids. I'm like,
funny, but it's funny.
You know, like,
I think it's because you're willing to say it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm an open book. I always knew I was an open book, but I'm like,
I said before I had kids, I was the same. I was like, I don't want to like entertain everyone else's lives that I, you know, like adjust myself for something I don't want to do to accommodate. You know, like it was selfish, because now I'm a bit like, oh, it's quite hard to do things when you've got kids, and please can you come to me? You know, like you if you're at a different stage in your life and you're just kind of, I think
you were really ready to have a family, and then to hear people be like, oh, we're having a baby.
Well, I think it was because it wasn't like, I think there's difference sometimes, you know, I know sometimes couples are trying and they're like not able to get pregnant for a while.
Yeah.
But I think it was like, Mike hadn't joined that page with you yet. So it was like,
I mean, it was a whole host of things. And also finding out from other people when they're not that transparent in saying, oh, actually, we're going to try and start like actively trying for a baby, you know, when it's just suddenly like, oh, I'm pregnant. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was on the radar for you guys. So that's swept the, yeah.
I've learned it's not something you're allowed to talk about with people.
What
I've done
does it
it
like
before,
to ask?
like, I'm like, oh, would you never consider having a family? And I'm like,
I think it's one of those things that has this weird taboo about like people don't tell you when they're trying because you're not allowed to tell people when you're pregnant for 12 weeks, you know, and it's this thing, and it's not that you're not allowed, but there's been this big taboo of like, oh, well, because miscarriages happen more often in the first 12 weeks, so don't tell anyone. But it's like, then you end up alone, unsupported, because no one knew you were.
I just remember coming here and being like, guys, what is the smell in the kitchen? I was like, I'm pregnant. 6 weeks. Just FYI, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But like, and I think
you were
because
like, I knew. Nobody said.
Yeah.
but because there's all these like weird old ways of
You
being.
can understand though
Yeah.
where it's come from, because people don't want to then have to have a conversation that might be quite painful. If you're not a very open book,
Yeah.
then it
But
also,
equally, you don't get the support then with that.
Yeah.
Like, you could turn up to work having had a miscarriage at 8 weeks, and the next day, people are like,
show
why is
must
she
go
all
on.
right? Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with her?
yeah.
And, you know, it's not to say one way's right or wrong, but I think there is this sort of stigma about talking about things, which then leads to...
No, I'm just thinking. I'd like to think I'm quite supportive, really, in general. I might not always do it in the best of ways, my sister would say, or...
Like, what?
I just think I don't always feel like I know the right thing to say if someone comes to me with a problem. It's not that I don't want to support, like I'm supporting in a way that I can facilitate like something. When I go to Fern with a problem, so supportive, always says the right things. Yeah, this angle, think about this angle, right, do that. And I'm like, amazing. Fern's like, I'm having a bad day. And I'm like, yeah. So, is there a lot of traffic on this car journey? No, that sounds like I'm being a bitch, but like, I want to
struggle
be there, but I'm just a bit like, oh, okay.
You feel a bit like flummox in the moment of what to say.
I'm like, oh, okay.
But I don't feel that from you. Sometimes I'll have said something and then like you tell me about something that's going on with you and then you're like, oh, sorry, I've made... And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, it's a distraction. It's nice. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I think I'm quite quick to be like, I've experienced that. Like, I want to get on your page and I'm like, I've been there. Let me tell you about what happened when I happened. And it's like, no, she might just want to talk about her experience here.
No, but I think we flirt, you know, like I've talked about when we've had like bad mornings, getting the kids into school.
Oh,
and, you know,
yeah.
Sometimes it's just
I'll
having
never
someone
forget the day you rang me and I was like, I'm just on my bike. Let me stop the bike.
Oh, I was
I'm
just
just
crying
going to
my
stop
eyes
and get
out.
off my bike and then talk to you.
Yeah, and that's the support that I need, that you've gone like, I'm going to stop what I'm doing. And it doesn't matter about the way.
I'm literally on my push bike with one earphone because on a wire because I'm still yet to join like the cool kids with
Those
like...
are awful, those things. They fall out of my
Yeah.
ears.
And I'm like, hang on a minute, I'm on the bike, let me stop.
Will crash and die. But,
Terrible.
you know, that's supportive in itself, that
Yeah.
you weren't like, I'm sorry, I've not got time for this.
But that's just a true... I think you're looking at it as like a true friendship thing. I think if we look at women as a wider entity, we are generally, I think, not designed, but in a lot of cases, like we're pitched against each other. Like,
I think it can be like that, yeah.
well, our school was like that. We went to an all-girls school. And it was constant competitive... she's done something that you have to beat this score, like this is this, you know, like the whole time, even with our exams. I just remember it was like, oh no, I don't want to say I've revised because then if I fail, like I'm going to look even worse. And I'm just like, freaking say you've revised. Like, it was the most annoying thing.
Or our friend that used to go, oh, well, that score's good for you, while she was crying with 20% more on a test. And I was like,
Charlotte Simon's back. She's back.
I've not had an eye roll in a while, but I think I was that conversation.
and I think, yeah, we were not necessarily supportive of each other at that stage of our life. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that was where you're like, yeah, you go. You're like, oh God, there they go again.
I don't think we were taught that at school either.
I don't know if it's just something with time that we are learning to be more supportive of women, I think.
I love our Hawaiian counterparts.
Oh, yeah. Do you not follow them on Instagram? Oh, that's the mum adventures or something.
Mum squad or something.
Mum squad.
I was like, who?
There's basically 3 women.
They're so sweet.
Oh, you could do an exchange program.
Oh, yes. And they're basically
They're always like, you like us on the other side of the world. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't have like a shitstorm on Wednesday, but enjoy Hawaii and the beautiful weather.
But like we look at them going,
We
there
should
was
tell the listeners for context who they are.
So it's 3 ladies in Hawaii that found us through, again, that thing that went viral, and they were like, oh my God, it's like us, but on the other side of the world. So then we started following them, and then they've like reposted our story, and then they comment on stuff, and we, it's just a lovely little...
Cute.
Yeah.
Women supporting women.
Yeah, we're doing it.
But I do think it has become more of a thing.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think there was definitely like a drive on social media. It's like we need to be supportive of each other because we don't. I feel like it started more in the workplace that we didn't necessarily have like the men's support, so we have to be there for each other.
Yeah, stop like pushing each other down to get ahead. It's like, no, actually, like you said, there's room for everyone to rise. We just need to lift
And
each
not
other
everyone
up.
wants to be in the same space, so like allow their space, And I think it maybe even came from that bit of social media where women were posting like, oh, this is what my morning looks like with 4 kids under 4, and it's like no one's actually morning looks like that, surely. And it was
What,
all
like the
these
fake
like
morning?
really curated mornings. I'm like, I'm a single person in my 30s and my morning isn't that curated. Like, how are people
You see this
doing
where it's
it?
like, my kids asked for like a bowl of cereal, so I got out the oats and I started to roll.
Yeah. What's she called?
I like to make things from scratch as well, but like,
2 hours later, here's your bowl of cereal. I got the coconut and milkshake.
milk in the cake.
I did find someone on Instagram today who it was a woman on a farm who showed her, it was like, my mother-in-law said she wanted fried chicken for dinner. It's in the States. Just goes out, kills the chicken. It's on Instagram, then puts in this bucket thing and spins it to get the feathers off. I was like, what am I watching?
And I'm struggling to put beans on toast on the table.
Yeah, like alphabeti spaghetti. Yeah, weird.
No, I think as a general group of friends, we are pretty supportive.
I think we've got there. I wouldn't say like
It's always
if you
been
think
there.
back to school days. I don't know how.
No, I was a bit of a bitch, I think.
Did I want anyone else to get better grades than me? No. Like,
I think I always knew I was never going to be the top, so I just don't know if that was ever really on my radar. Like, I just wanted to compete with you guys. I wanted to, like, be in a ballpark with you guys, I think.
I love that I was the only one that did subjects that no one else did. So I was
So-
like, I'm just in my own lane, living my best life.
didn't you two do food tech?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no competition in food tech.
We're
Food
both
is love.
we're both junior MasterChef winners.
Yeah. There wasn't, though, because I don't think you get grades. As in, it was just...
I did got an A star.
No, so I got an A star too. But I don't...
What did you get out of 100?
That's what I mean. Like, there's no, like, grading in that sense. I don't think I was bothered.
I remember truly believing I was going to get like 10 A stars. I absolutely did not. But did we not do marks? I'm literally like...
Did we do marks?
Because
I feel like if I'd
my
been Men
eldest
in
is about
Black...
to do SATs and she's done about 16 papers beforehand. Like,
Did we do mocks?
we must have done.
I don't think we did.
I was into this illusion that I remember getting my results and being like,
We were given predicted grades, yeah.
and they weren't predicting me that, but I think I just thought, oh, on the day I'll do it. I think that was me.
like, oh, don't worry, I'll get it. Between now and then, I'll get it.
And I hadn't even like read our book for like English lit. I was like, I think I'd just like flick through, pick 3 quotes and been like, they're going in.
Yeah,
My
what were
sister,
the books?
Romeo and
Juliet.
And Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Like, middle sister remembers finding me on the floor in my bedroom with like she just describes it with like the chunky maths textbook just rocking and crying, and she was like, what's wrong? And it was the exam the next day, and I was like, I know nothing, and I genuinely, it was like a Men in Black stick, like how I got through certain subjects, and I didn't open text. Thinking back, it's like, what planet was I on?
You did really well in yours, didn't you?
No.
GCSEs.
Well, I say no, but compared to my sisters who got 10 A stars and 10 A
And
stars.
this is the problem is like I was led to believe like I did terrible in my GCSEs, but that was the school we were at. It was like we
What a
didn't. Did we
letdown.
any of us get a C?
No.
Which most people are like, what, you didn't even get a C? And we're like, no, but we got 4 Bs, and like that's in English, and 2 of them are in English, and like that's our home language. Like,
Yeah, but I didn't read the books. So.
so we're actually fucking smashed it. Like,
But now that'd be women supporting women, whereas before I'd be like, ooh, awkward.
Let me
go on, have you got
one.
another question? Give it us from another angle.
So have
know.
you had many female bosses? Like, do you feel like female bosses do support women more, or do you
That's
think
so
they
interesting.
expect more from you?
So I've had both male and female bosses of their own companies. The male boss I found was so insensitive to women, and thinking back, I didn't realise how insensitive he was. And I say that actually, we had it was a patisserie business, so basically all the staff bar one were women, and it didn't feel like I don't think he was purposely trying to pitch us against each other, but I really felt there was like a disparity in the way he managed certain people, and then it made me get angry at the other, like the women in the company, instead of pissed off at him.
Yeah.
And actually he was a terrible manager, lovely guy, but he was new to running a business. Like, this was his first business. Thinking back, and I had my best girlfriend who still, like, really good friends, and we message a lot, and we were like, lol, do you remember that time you did this? And it's like, haha, it's funny now, but at the time I remember being absolutely fuming.
With her?
No,
Oh.
with him.
Yeah.
And like that was a good case of women supporting women, because I was really friendly with the girl I worked with. So therefore we were like, has he just done this to you? Has he just done this? Yeah, that's really ridiculous. And then you had that support. On the other side, had a lady who ran her business. It was fucking phenomenal. She was actual, like, women goals, you know, and you just,
Yeah.
I was in awe of her every day. She was my boss when she was like 72.
Oh, wow.
And the work ethic and the empathy she had for her staff, she was the most generous, kind, and that was women supporting women. It was like, she was like, actually, I want to give her a job because no one else would, and on paper people wouldn't, and I think I'm gonna mold her. And I
She
just
just
was like,
needs someone to
Someone to believe in her.
much,
Yeah.
My first ever manager was a woman. No, actually, my first ever job, my boss was a man. Absolute arsehole. Like, I was young as well. I wasn't ready for the workplace. He's like, you're so shy. Like, why are your parents spending all that money sending you to that school? Like, just come and work for me and I'll teach you a life lesson. And I'm like 15, like, but I would say my first ever boss was a woman. She was amazing. And I still think about it all the time in the workplace.
I remember you messaged her when we were away last year, because
Yeah,
you're like,
'cause
I
was
just
like,
wanted to tell her.
I talk
Yeah.
about it all. There's a classic example, and she's like, it's so great to hear from you, like, you know. And she said to me, I saw you were interested, and that was all I needed. You know, you showed a bit of interest. And she was very much one of those. She's like, I'm not intimidated that people can do my job. I'm a manager, and my job is that the place runs with or without me here. Insecure people will be the ones that don't delegate, they don't teach you, like, they gatekeep information. Whereas she just was like, no, it's great that you can do my job. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not-
you learn, bring
and
bring
she
you
took
up with
me
her.
under her wing, and the thing she taught me, and I've always tried to emulate that as a boss now. And yeah, I think people like it. When I left the last place where I was managing the team, a few of the girls were a bit like, oh, we're not sure about having a
You
guy.
said this. I've just listened to an episode where you
guy,
said this.
like a guy being our manager. And I was like, oh, really? They were like, yeah, it's not the same. And if they met, you know, just me as much as everyone, like, I wasn't there to be their best friends, but I'm there to get to know them and support them. Like, I speak to some of the I say the younger ones, they're like just finishing college now, and I'm like, where are you up to with college? Like, what's happening with uni? Where are you at? Like, what's going on? I was always very aware that the job I was in the industry, these people, it was a stopgap, and I'm
Yeah.
there to support them through getting a job, learning some skills, and getting to where they need to be.
Well, I remember at some point you were a bit like, because they were a bit casual and someone wasn't allowed time off or something.
Oh, that was another job I worked at.
But then you were just like, just go, leave the job, like go and
17.
travel, like
Yeah,
this isn't your forever job, like don't let.
But that's, I think, where Charlotte is a really good manager. And what has resonated with me, with the people that I've loved working with, is that they have the human aspect of empathy, kindness. Like, you wouldn't want someone to feel sad or rubbish or stressed in the workplace. And I think a lot of women come at it as like that kind of severe dominance.
I think they what they feel like you've got to be hard and very like masculine energy, whereas I'd be like, I've had to put up with like 16, 17-year-olds like crying, and I'm like, okay, come on, off the floor, like it's a glass of what, like, these people, you're just going to make them piss and poo later. That's all we're doing here. We're facilitating. We're giving them coffee and food, and we're just getting them to piss and poo later. Like, please do not cry over it. Like, go and take 10 minutes. I was a firm believer of being like, stop. Like, I'll go and tidy up for 10 minutes. Like, I'll go and sort out your situation. Go take 10 minutes, have a glass of water, take what you need.
It's so true.
And they all, anytime I see them, they're like, oh, we loved having you, and that's lovely. I mean, sometimes I always say like it came at my energy,
cost to you.
But I think that was maybe even just having like a man above me, that I had to manage that expectations, when I'd be like, so and so can't come in and they can't do that shift and this, that and the other, and he'd be like, but why? And I'm like, that's not my place to ask. Like, it's my job.
They're a person with a life and they can't do that
like,
day.
We don't have to, and that's
whereas he was just seeing it black and white. He was like, well, you need to tell them they should come in.
It's different when it's your business. Like, at that time it wasn't mine, but I ran it almost like it was mine. But in the other jobs, like
I had a
lockdown
really
time.
horrible lady boss.
Did
in my old
you?
job, yeah. Well, there was two. One more like senior, one more like boss of my department, and then one more like boss of the place. And she only softened after coming back from maternity, but before, she was brutal. Like, would literally be like, you're rubbish at your job. What you doing? What do you mean you've got a kid? So what? And
how does that make you want to work?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone, and it's not even like you were scared of her. You're just like, she was horrible. And then that was like the big boss, and then the one that was more like just of the department, I think more suffered the other side, was like so insecure about herself, was really like new to the profession, but had somehow managed to just like look out and get this position, and therefore like never delegated, so was always super busy, like just did everyone's job for them almost, but then was angry at everyone because she'd had to do it all, but would stay till like 9 o'clock at night and be back in at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Just like,
I feel like I would have started like that, and that's how I would have learned to be a delegate.
You know, I'm hoping that both of them are better people now, but they were not on that supportive side. It was like, you're rubbish, I'm amazing.
But in that vein, with women supporting women, I'm just going to call out women if they're unkind and a bitch and not nice, because they're my my people. I'm not. I don't think it's a
blanket.
Yeah. And so if someone was a rude bitch to you, I'm not going to be like, women supporting women.
I'd probably more pull a woman than a man, to be fair. That's made me just think, like, in the workplace I'm in now, like, I would probably go to my woman manager more than the men.
Me too.
About anything.
I have a woman and a man.
Yeah.
I always go lady for conversation.
Yeah.
Like, even just the conversation that I wanted to like drop down to 4 days rather than doing 5 days. I was going to the woman who would understand, because she'd also done that at some point.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would have been a difficult conversation. I think it would have just been a very like non-emotional conversation. Whereas to me, it was quite an emotional thing making that choice. But I wouldn't have got that emotion back, I don't think, talking to my male boss versus talking to my female boss.
Yeah.
So like,
okay.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
It would have been a very like exchange of words, like, I want this, okay, do this,
It's
okay,
true.
cool, done.
Whereas we need a little bit of a chit chat
Yeah,
around it, don't we?
I wanted to ask me why and is it okay and like, you know, like show me
But
that.
do you think that the women who get further and out of our friends, let's say the successful women, are maybe
Business wise, we're talking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
what do you define as success?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, Larissa, what's success?
Oh, preaching to the converted here, but for the ones that maybe career-wise have had
Okay.
more progression, were maybe little less emotions, more actions.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
Yeah, I
say
think
so,
you've-
yeah.
I think-
they're more dominant in the workplace.
I think
And
you've got
in-
to at
and
some
in
point
Their
to be
person-
able to climb. Like, I have no desire to climb because I don't want to be that. I just can't. I'm like, I don't want to do that. No thanks.
But maybe a part of it is with the lack of emotions, then you can climb the ladder
Yeah.
a bit more.
I think so, because I think a lot for me is just I've got like too much heart. Sometimes I'm like, can't do that. Somebody like, you know, when someone above me is like, you need to get rid of them, and I'm like, I think we need to work with them,
Yeah.
see what they need, and everyone needs a shot. I'm always
Yeah.
like, that first person that hired me was like, when I went out and got a job just in hospitality, was a woman. I had no experience. She just gave me a shot. My manager then went on to give me a shot, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, not every industry is for everyone, but like, yeah, like,
But you almost want to like let them see that it's not the place for them,
Yeah.
rather than being like, get out.
yeah,
I remember a man saying to me, while I was training for my job, he just said, he went, don't think this is the right time in your life for this, is it? And nothing had happened other than he'd heard that I was going through a divorce, and it was a bit like he was trying to say like,
Excuse me?
what a and fuck, I've never heard you say this.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I had a really nice like placement for my first placement, then my second placement, this guy was just like, are you sure? Like, you sure you're in the right place in your life to be doing this?
Yeah, well, I've just split up with my like narcissistic psycho
Oh, so if I was
ex,
still,
and I've got 2 young children, so like, tell me, what do you want me to do in this situation? Sponge off society?
Yeah, do I do that? Do I go back to the horrible guy that, you know, like it, you know, it's one of those where I'm like,
What a dick. That's really well.
do you want to know what he was called? His surname,
Mr. Bellend?
his surname was Small,
Yeah.
and he was small.
Small man
So-
syndrome.
So small man,
He was
yeah.
really small as well. So it's like, meh.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, fucking hell, that's really wound me up, that.
And you know what? I'm great at my job.
Yeah.
So,
Bugger
Yeah,
off.
fuck you, small man, Mr. Small. Yeah, that's horrible. But equally, would that have been a more bitter pill to swallow if it had come from a woman?
no, I just think it was nasty at the time.
It's
You know, I'm
just
just
nasty,
like,
yeah.
Wouldn't have
I
made
think I
any
went off and cried
difference.
somewhere. I think I just.
Oh, I'm not surprised. What a horrible thing to say.
Yeah. It
I
was
genuinely, I don't think across a work capacity and a friendship capacity, don't say horrible things to people.
No.
And part of me is like, I wish when there is a time to say, not even a horrible thing, but a stern thing to say, I wish I would. Like, maybe I
With
would
the
be in
builder.
this. Oh no.
Ian, but you're just so lovely.
He is.
Where's my fucking roof?
Come
I sit on a heated seat in this car while we discuss waste pipes. But like, where
I need to be a more dominant woman.
No, but
When
like,
I get off the phone, I'm like, oh, so awkward.
oh yeah, I think it's something that comes with time, like an experience of doing those awkward conversations.
Oh, I'm miles better now, I think.
Laughing at our friendship group. Let's all get a bit pissed and then say what pisses us off about each other.
Oh, yeah, really?
Why would we do that?
Did we do that?
Oh, yeah.
Did we?
Probably.
Like stupid things where we obviously wanted to say instead of
Oh, yeah. It was probably like, I had an issue with Larissa, so I was like, right, Charlotte, let's say we'll play this game just so I can tell her what she did the other day. Whereas really, I should have just been like, Larissa, you really upset me the other day when you threw that ball of tinfoil at my head. Like, I didn't like it. I found a card from you that said, sorry for throwing the ball of tinfoil.
losers.
I mean, yeah, I just think that's you like.
But
you're
that's what
throwing
I'm
back
now
to
trying to
times
like,
of like
instill in my girls. When they
Right.
like come home with stories of like, someone did this, I'm like, right, well, yes, you're sad. and we'll support that. Like, you are sad. This person said this. But I'm like, but we don't now need to go back in and be nasty back. Like, that's just breeding, like, nasty.
You don't know what
nasty.
day, you don't know what morning they've had.
I said that
has
all
the
the time.
Has the like dog died? Like,
Yeah, I'm like,
you know,
think about what they go home to. Think about what happens here. Like, can we actually be supportive and be nice to that person? No, I can't. And I'm like, okay, but I think as much as they don't admit straight away that that's something they'll do, I think it does go in. And then, like, a week later, they might tell me a story of where, a more positive thing. But yeah, I don't understand as a parent if you would just, some parents get really involved in their kids' dramas and like reinforce it, and I'm just like, no. Let's learn. Like, let's let them
senior school. Like,
learn how to deal with like their problems and advise them. But no, I'm trying to raise two nice ladies. But
he's doing
my
well
eldest
so
has
far.
been very
I think.
mean to me recently.
Oh.
Oh, in the car.
You being mean back?
Oh, probably.
You've just said no, we're not doing that.
No, what did she say to me the other day? Basically, like, she couldn't stay on her own because there's only one of me and there's two of them. Something along those lines. She just went, well, it's you that chose to be a single mum. And I was like, hold my tongue before I...
wait a few years and listen to the episode about Mr. Charismatic.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. She can throw... And it's that, they're getting older and they can throw some sass. And I'm like, hold my tongue before I say something.
I would have never done that as a kid.
No.
My sister would have done.
Well,
Goodness.
Yeah. So let's think. We think we're supportive.
yeah.
No,
And maybe
I
I want to
think-
make an active choice to be more supportive, I think.
Yeah.
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 I think it is.
You
It has to
are
be
in real
active.
life. Yeah. Like,
No.
and you don't have to message someone on Instagram and be
No,
like,
I did actually last night. So the yoga instructor that I love, she posted a really funny video, basically like what a yoga instructor's really doing during the sound bath, and it was this woman like dancing around with the sound bowl, being like. So I just replied in like, "This is hilarious. Like, I've always wondered what you did during the meditation." She was like, "Just so you know, I don't actually do that." But like,
Yeah.
she was like, "There's a little back and forth," and I was like, "Oh, just a little interaction." Whereas I think previously I would have thought, "Oh, she'll think I'm dead weird if I message on that," but no, getting over my insecurities.
Perfect. Right then. I think we'll call it a day on that. We're supportive.
We are. I think we
I
are.
don't know where
Yeah.
my Manchester accent's come from tonight.
Supportive, Oasis.
I would just like to say I feel very supported by you
Oh,
both.
yay.
Especially this week of my shit show implosion. I was like, thank God I have the ladies.
It is, you
and
know.
you were the first ones I messaged.
Yeah. Oh, and I put something in the group chat and Larissa's like, hello. I was like, I was going to ring you, but I know you've got the two kids. And she's like, no, they're not dressed. They're in the pajamas. They're watching Frozen. But like, she's like, don't eat that wire doll. Don't eat that wire.
Jasper was sucking on a wire. But, ooh, maybe I should pair it instead of girl chat. But there you
But
go.
sometimes you need that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
It was so
Very
funny.
good.
Amazing.
Are we doing good shit only?
Yeah. This is part of the episode where we share our small wins of the week.
Yeah.
Did I do it right?
Yeah, nailed it. I feel like because someone was like, what do you mean by good shit only? And I was like,
Yeah, we don't say what it is.
I think we did start off by doing it, but, you know, to the new people that find
Okay.
us. So, yeah, feel free to send us your small wins of the week,
Yeah.
no matter how big
Charlotte stole
or
mine.
small.
She let my secret out.
Yeah.
Booked a
Oh,
holiday.
you did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's all right. You didn't tell me much. So I'm going to the Netherlands in 3 days.
Yeah. 3 days?
4 days.
4 days, wow.
It's Friday,
That's come
we're on
round quick.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I booked it less than a week to go to the flights.
Yeah, she rang me. She's like, I booked a holiday. I was like, why? She goes, I'm going to the Netherlands. I was like, why? She's like, for a holiday. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, amazing. And just, you know, when you're like, our morning catch up is usually like, yeah. I'm like, it usually be like, I'm like, oh, you're early today.
Yeah. We comment on how fast I've done drop off or not.
And then she's like, I'm going to the Netherlands. I'm like, why? Like,
Yeah, I'd been waiting on youngest passport to come back. So I was like, I'd noticed that I think it runs out in like June, but you have to have like a solid 3 months on your passport. And I didn't know what to do with them. I was like, they were looking forward to Italy and obviously they're not going. They're going to London. But I was like, I could take them to Italy or could I do this? All trying to do it on a budget anyway. and I just felt like, I don't know what to do. Should I just get the train to Edinburgh? But it's dead expensive. Like, anything's so expensive.
Edinburgh.
So we've got a friend in the Netherlands. So I messaged her and was like, do any of these dates work for you? She gave me like a day that worked. So I was like, perfect, we'll fly over, we'll come see you for a day, and then we'll go off for a few more days and like do a bit of exploring.
Dutch adventure.
Nice. And the girls are so excited. They helped me pick the Airbnb. That was cute.
Spoke to one of them. She seems very, very excited.
She's so excited.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stroop
waffles.
Oh, they love a stroop waffle.
Oh, there's a bakery by our house.
Oh, so you're going to come back as like 50% stroop waffle.
Yeah. I was just went before to Larissa. She just went, for breakfast.
Yeah.
Stroop waffles for breakfast.
Why not? You're on your Ollie Bobs.
Yeah. Exciting. So that's dead fun.
Charlotte?
Well, I'm going to share the one from Joanna, our listener in Sweden.
I didn't know if it was Joanna or Johanna, but she signs off as Jo. So
we'll go Jo then. It's a long one. She said that. I feel like I'm in like English now. I'm going to have to read it. I'm like, let's get it on light. It's the end of the day.
Font.
I was going to say that. She starts off by saying that the best thing lately, she just feels like she's finally on the right path in life, especially as she was signed off 6 years ago due to severe depression and went through a breakup with a cheating boyfriend and had to sell my dream house in the middle of it. I've since met the kindest, most wonderful man. We're both accepted into the program in fields we've been dreaming of working and graduating in a couple of months, just a few weeks apart. He's already been offered a job and she's applied for her first proper role in the industry. She's doing project management, event coordination and hospitality.
Girl after your own heart.
Yeah. So everything feels like it's fallen into place for her at the moment. And to top it all off, I've been offered and accepted a position on the board of a non-profit working with young people and leadership, which feels really meaningful. And so she says, life can be really shit at times, but I've got so much to be grateful for.
I love it. That was one of the highlights, getting these messages from
And when I've just reread it now, I'm like, oh, she's going to be in leadership. She's going to be teaching the women the right things to support women.
It was just so lovely.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye, light.
Bye-bye. Well, mine's going to sound really shitty compared to that.
Go on.
Can you not compete?
Good
No,
shit,
we're not
lovely.
competing.
We're not competing, no matter how big or small.
Everyone gets lifted.
I don't even have one this week.
Okay. Well, I took both children to the Trafford Centre and we went to the arcade.
Oh, the 2p machines.
2p machines.
Love them.
And we did the grabber.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you actually get it?
We got 2 teddies in one grab.
I've never even heard of someone even get the grabber. We were like, did you get one?
That's 2. So as it dropped out, it's like, stop it. No, it was the one where you always win, but the teddies.
Oh.
Yeah, but the 2 teddies.
Okay.
That's what you've got 2 kids.
So it dropped out and they were like, ah! And I was just like, we won 2.
Smashed it.
It was the best day
I
ever.
love that.
Yeah. Amazing.
I mean, I hemorrhaged a lot of money. You know, you're like, it's
get
a
those
pound
2.
here, it's a pound here, and then you're
I
like,
hate arcades. So that's why I'm always like, you can go on the 2p machines, but now you have to tap your card minimum £3 to get the 2p's, and they just go. Like, I don't know when you go £1 at a time. It seems to like,
Yeah,
but we
you
start doing the thing where you're like,
yeah.
for 2p's at a time,
I remember-
both sides.
I remember taking my niece once. She was about 4. And she's like that. And I'm like, you're wasting your 2p's. I'm like, I can tell you've been with your granddad because he's just like money bags like
Little machine gun on the 2p's.
what's going on with your 2p's? I had to lose like 10 teeth to get that amount of money.
What's the going rate for a tooth?
£1.
Oh, yeah, okay. Still is for my kids.
Oh, Nancy got a £5.
Oh my God. No.
Anyway, let's
Right,
call
we're
it a
done.
day, my love. Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.